Hello, hi. Welcome to the Infinitely Gorgeous store. Yes, we were called Infinitely Beautiful before, but we had to change because of a dispute with another store that was called that. Yeah, it does still say it on the mall map. I know, it's very confusing. Okay, so what can I help you with today? Okay. A gift, alright. And who's it for? I see. Okay. So quite a young, right. And just starting off with makeup. Perfect. We do carry all the different brands that you might have heard of, including high-end brands, organic brands, and natural ingredient-based brands. But we also carry some lower-end brands too that are really good for younger people because they're quite inexpensive, and then if they end up liking them, they're able to repurchase them with their pocket money or any kind of, funds that they already have. So I would definitely recommend going for something like that because, they can always upgrade to something a bit more expensive later. Yeah? Okay, so, what do you know about this person's makeup kit at the moment? That's okay, I understand. Well, I can advise you on some basic products that even if, she already has that in her makeup kit already, it would be quite nice for her to have maybe a spare or something else. And I'll give you a few different options. So it sounds like it's primarily for school. Okay. Well, I'll kind of take you through maybe some more subtle products and then some things that might be nicer for kind of a more advanced look, maybe for going out. Then we'll see how we do with that. Is that okay? Okay, so one thing that really works well for young people who come here is this E.L.F. Studio Eye Refresh product, and it's just a clear stick. And what it does is it gives you a cooling sensation when you use the roller ball around your eye area. And it also refreshes the eye area, and it helps alleviate under eye puffiness and dark circles. So students tend to really love this because it helps them get rid of that stress under their eyes. These days they're on their phones, they're at school, they're doing activities, and they just get so tired. And this is a lovely product because it's infused with pomegranate and rosemary and green tea and cucumber and grape, and all of that works to hydrate and to nourish the skin very, very well. And you can use it throughout the day as well as a pick-me-up treatment. So a lot of girls take this with them in their bag, and then they might go into the toilet and just apply it in between classes. And some guys use this as well because obviously it doesn't leave any residue or any color in the face. It's just really great for that. Okay, so let's set that aside for now and we can have a look at some of their products. And this is a new one from E.L.F. and it's very inexpensive. Do you want to know the price? Yeah. Are you already? Okay, great. So yeah, exactly. So that's what it costs, and it's very inexpensive. So I'm just going to set that on the side. Yeah, definitely. We carry the full E.L.F. brand selection. And E.L.F. is something that I really do recommend to young people too. So why don't I show you a few more products from them? Great. Okay, well, so what I just showed you is not really a makeup product. It's more of a cosmetic product, maybe in our skincare category. But let me show you a few things that might be quite nice for a young person. Let's set this aside for a minute. Let me see here. Okay, how about this product right here? It's also new. And this is a lip tint called Gotta Glow. And it's a really nice product because it actually reacts with the chemistry of your lips to deliver a personalized shade of pink. So it looks very different on everyone and it enhances the natural color of your lips. So it can be quite nice and a bit of a novelty item for young people. It's a bit of a gel-based formula and it glides on very smoothly and it has shea butter and you just apply it alone or you can use it underneath another lipstick as well. So it's got a glow. Let me show you what it looks like because it's pretty cool and maybe you can apply it to yourself and try it on as well. No, it's totally fine. You can use this as a tester. You absolutely don't have to buy it if you don't like to. Just get it out of here. Right, so it comes just like this in a silver packaging and it is plastic. So, you know, it's okay to drop or put in a bag, in a school bag, but it has quite a nice effect here on the top, a bit of a sort of a glass effect. And then when you open it up, it has the lipstick, the product inside, and you can just close it again to protect any debris coming into the lipstick itself. And the way that it works is you can see it is very, very light color. It doesn't smell like anything, just shea butter perhaps. Then you just apply it and it's very, very smooth. And as you can see, it just has a very, very light effect. It doesn't look too dark. And with time, it just looks slightly pinker. And the shade looks different on everyone. So even if her friends have one, it will look totally different. And of course, young people love having something that their friends might have, but they don't want to, they want to be unique, but they want to fit in. You can see here it's already developed a little bit more into a different color. It's very nice. And of course, if you don't apply just as much, it can be a lot lighter. And the great thing about this is it really does act like a lip balm as well, and it helps you to... No, it doesn't have SPF, I'm afraid. Yeah, we try to put SPF in all our products, but or order products with SPF, but in this case, it's not included. But it is a great product, and I highly recommend it. Would you like to try some on? Perfect. There you go. Yeah. It is, yeah, very nice texture, definitely. It does feel a lot more like a moisturizing balm than anything else. Sure, thank you. What do you think? Just go like this. It's nice, right? So what do you think about this one? We'll take it. Great, so I'll set it aside next to the roller stick. Do you want to try the eye refresh as well? That's no problem at all. We can take it out. Yeah, I think between these two products, it's probably two of the most popular products that we have for young people. I'll show you a couple more. They're all really suited toward a subtle look and just something to help you look a bit more refreshed, but nothing too dramatic. So it just looks like this. It's a shiny package. Again, it has a metal look to it, but it's just plastic. Very inexpensive packaging, but it does try to be a bit ergonomic here with the way that you hold it. And then it accentuates the shape of the roller ball inside and hints at it. Here at the cap. And when you open it up, it is just a metal cooling roller ball inside that you just apply underneath your eyes like this. It smells very nice. Yeah, a little bit herbally, vegetable based. It's very, very nice. And do you want to try some? Yeah, go ahead. Thank you. What do you think? Yeah, it immediately makes your under eye area feel a lot more refreshed. And it's nice because a lot of the younger people may not wear as much foundation or concealer during the day, so they can just reapply this anytime. It's a great product. Lovely. So let me show you a few more things that are really popular with young people. One of the issues that a lot of young people tell us that they experience with their skin is oiliness and shine, especially because during that age, they may have a bit of an acne issue or just shiny skin because their skin type is changing. They're having a lot of different hormones, and again, they're in school for quite a few hours at a time, and they can, go to gym class or get sweaty. All of that can happen, especially now in summer. But they don't necessarily always want to wear a lot of product on their face. So what we recommend for them to do is wear just looking for the right product here. Okay, this is our best-selling product for young people, and it's the HD powder. And what it does is it helps you to get rid of any shine. And actually, it's very good for slightly older people as well because it also masks fine lines. So maybe you could try some for yourself, but I think in the case of this gift, it's more suited for the shiny, oily complexion. And it's loose and it creates a soft focus effect on your face, and it helps mask any imperfections. And the way that it works is there are particles inside that are microfine, and they can be used any day, and we call it the HD powder because it almost looks like you have a Photoshop effect on your skin. And it is very, very good. It has a bit of silica, so it helps to fill in any imperfections. You get quite a lot in this product. You get 8 grams of it, which is an ounce. Yeah, it's 0.28 ounces. And I'll just open it up for you to see. Like I said, it's one of our best-selling products for all ages. And it comes with our signature black packaging. It's a sheer color, so it's not any darker than your normal skin would be, and so it doesn't show up quite as much on the skin, which is good for young people, especially if their parents are not too keen on them wearing makeup. So it comes in this matte, beautiful package with the E.L.F. brand name on the package. And it's quite a big package, so you get a lot of product for your buck. And then when you open it up, it comes with a little bit of an applicator like this that you can hold. It's a very soft applicator. Try that. Yeah, it's very, very nice. It's very soft. Just apply it to your face like this using the applicator. And then inside you have the product. So this is the sheer powder in here. If you don't mind, I won't open this one because we already have a tester out there that you can try. So I'm going to return this one to the packaging, but you can try it elsewhere. And the powder is very translucent. It looks white in the packaging here, but it's actually completely translucent. And the benefit of that is that it helps mask any imperfections without giving you a cakey look or drawing attention to the fact you're wearing makeup, which is very good for school. What do you think about this one? Okay, that's fine. Why don't you have a think about it? I'll just set it here, and like I said, you can try it in the other area where you can try all the products, and I can have one of my assistants put it on you as well. We have some makeup artists. No, I am a consultant and I know everything about the products, but if you'd like a professional application and a makeover, we can do it over there on the counter. Absolutely, and you can do that every time without needing to purchase anything, so please do come back for that. It's a nice way to treat yourself. Okay, I was going to show you the Kabuki brush that goes with the powder. Sure, no problem, I can show it to you anyway, just so you know what you might be applying it with. So this brush, it creates an airbrush finish. That's why it works so well with the HD powder. And it can be used, it's very versatile, it can be used for dry or for wet products. So if you have other products like foundation, liquid foundation, you can use it with that, or you can dip it into powder and just tap the excess off and buff in a circular motion over the face. And it's good for mineral makeup, loose powder, bronzer, brush, highlighter, you name it. It's very, very nice, and the good thing about it is that it's synthetic and vegan friendly, and it's very easy to clean. So it's good for our animal friends, and it's good for the human owners. So if we take it out of the packaging, it is extremely soft. Try that. Yeah. Extremely soft. Isn't it amazing? Let me try it on your skin. What do you think? Isn't this crazy? Yeah, it's absolutely stunningly soft. And it has this nice matte handle with the E.L.F branding as well, and a gradiated look where it's a white brush, which is good to see when it's getting a little bit dirty, but it has this black finish to it on the tips, which is lovely. It's one of our best-selling brushes, and like I said, because you can use it for anything, it's good to keep in mind. Do you want this one for yourself? Sure, no problem. Just set it on the side for you, and then at the end, when we're done with the consultation, I'll grab you new packages with all the products that you've selected, so you can have them fresh from the box. Do you want to see another brush that you may like for yourself as well? This might be good for your gift too. So this one is an angled blush brush, and it helps because the slated shape, it helps you have a precision application and a sculpted look on your face. And you can use it with cream, with liquid foundations, with powders, bronzers, highlighters, again, everything. And just like all of our brushes, or all the E.L.F brushes, they're vegan friendly, easy to clean, because they're synthetic. So they're very, very good to help contour facial features because it's quite a dense brush. And it's very good with blushes, which is one other thing I wanted to recommend to you for your gift. So it comes with a brush protector like this. It has two parts to it. There's the wooden handle, and then there's the metal holder for the brush. And you can use the brush protector to store the brush if you have a brush container. We also recommend that if you wash the brush, you put the brush protector back on, then you dry it in an upside down way. Then it keeps the brush in its original shape, and all the water comes away from the glue inside the brush, so it helps it stay for longer. So if we unpack this, do you see there's a slanted shape to the brush here? And it is very soft as well. It has a branding like all the products. And then the way you would apply it is you would apply it to your cheekbones here. You might apply it to your jawline to accentuate your chin. You might apply a little bit around your eye area if you're using highlighter. And it's very, very versatile, very, very nice. Do you have any questions about how to apply this if you used this before? Yeah, so the reason it's different from the other brush, it is a lot denser. So when you pick up something like a bronzer or maybe a blush, it would pick up a lot more product, and then when you apply it, rather than diffusing it all over your face like the Kabuki brush might do, this helps create a feathered out but still quite a distinct line, and then you can use it to feather it out. Yeah. Great, so what do you think about this one? In fact, let me show you something else. So for your gift, there's a very, very lovely, extremely subtle, very, very gentle blush that I think would look wonderful on a young person. And of course, their skin is already nice and young, so they don't need too much color, but it's very nice just to have a bit of color when maybe they're going out. So this is our blush, and this is in the color Tickled Pink. And the reason I like this brush is because it has a really soft and sheer texture. It really blends into the skin amazingly. It has a very silky finish, and it's designed so that you can wear it alone, or you can layer it and more of it, put more layers of the same product or another blush if you'd like for more depth. I'm just trying to get this blush protector off it. It's quite challenging. While I'm doing that, let me tell you more about it. So what it does is, you know, a lot of darker blushes that maybe are for older people, they are they can be quite dark. But in this case, the blush is so subtle that it almost gives a healthy glow or a subtle glow to your complexion with just enough of that rosiness that it gives a very subtle, nice look without looking too dark. So, you won't give her this very dark, mature look. It's just a very lovely product, and a lot of young people do go for it quite often. And this is something that I would definitely apply with this angled brush that we looked at. So I just dip it in, and I can show you just how much product it picks up. It is very, very good at picking up product. And then you would just apply it in gentle motions to your skin. And as you can see, it does give a very subtle glow, but you can't really, it doesn't overwhelm you. Yeah, exactly. Now for you, okay, after we're done with this, I will show you some products that are good for your complexion because you can definitely afford a bit more color. This is very, very good for young people. Sure, you look a bit more adventurous as well. Great, so these would go together, and I would say it's a nice touch, especially for going out or just for that refreshed look. Great, so I'll set them on the side for you. And at this stage, we've already selected the eye gel, the roller ball, the lipstick, lip tint, and Got a Glow, and you have the Kabuki brush for you, and then the blush and the angled brush. And when you get 5 products from us, you get 20% off on everything else that you purchase. So why don't we have a look at a couple more things? Great. Okay, so I have 4 more products to show you that I think would be really great. In fact, let me reduce that to 3. I don't believe in selling people things that they don't really need. I think you can always come back and buy more. There's so much consumption going on around us, and even though, I do work in the store and this is my job, I believe that if you buy something that you really love and you use all the time, it's going to bring you a lot more joy than just buying too many things that you don't need. You're welcome. Honesty is part of our company culture here at Infinitely Gorgeous. Great, so 3 more products for you. This one is good for the gift, but I think you would really benefit from this. So this is a baked eyeshadow, and it is in the color Enchanted. And the reason that I'm bringing this out for you is actually not to use it as an eyeshadow, because I can see that. Can I just come in and have a look? I don't think, you're not wearing any eyeshadow, are you? No. Okay. See, you have a really brilliant eye structure, and your cheekbones and your brow structure are really great. And so for that, I would do something totally different with eyeliner maybe, and we can talk about that later. But what I've noticed is you have really beautiful cheekbones, but they could use a bit of definition. And this product, actually a lot of our customers use it as a highlighter rather than a eyeshadow. Yeah, so a highlighter, have you ever used contouring for, yeah? So with contouring, you accentuate the deeper areas of your face. You might try to put them where a shadow normally falls on your skin. A highlighter, you apply to the opposite areas, so the areas that stick out more, that should reflect light. And this is an amazing product because it has a really silky and blendable formula. So that means is you get a really smooth, really blendable application, and it has rose oil, sunflower oil, apricot, and grape. So it's really good for the skin as well to apply all over the face. And it has a long-lasting, shimmering color that you can apply dry as a highlighter. And also, if you're going out or you want a more special look, you can apply it wet with a wet brush, and you can layer it onto your eyelid, and you get almost a metallic look to it. It's a very versatile product, and it's on sale right now. And the great thing about our store is during the month of August, any sales that we have, you can layer them onto each other, so you can compound all the sales. Exactly, so this is 50% off already, and then you'll get 20% off on it too because you already bought 5 products. this is a really good time to buy something like this. So let me show it to you because it is absolutely stunning. And the packaging really doesn't do it justice. You have to see this product in person. So, it just comes like this in a pot, very, very simple. You can already see that it's picking up so much light from all around. Once you open it, you really get the full impact of how beautiful this product is. Can I apply some to your cheekbone? So look, here's how I would do it. I'll just come in a bit closer to you. So I would dab my finger into the product, and then you can see immediately that it picks up a bit of product, and I would just dab it on your cheekbones around your eye area. And just a bit over here. Just like that. Can you see? Yeah, it reflects a lot of light. And then what you can also do is if we take this angled brush, you can put some on the brush like this, then you can do some sweeping motions across your cheeks. This is the area that I'm trying to hit, so where light would naturally fall on the top of your cheekbone. And you know, you do have beautiful brow bones, so I would just put a tiny bit underneath your brow where it naturally sticks out just a little bit. Have a look at that. Yeah, and unlike a lot of highlighters, it's called Enchanted for a reason. It has a beautiful, extremely glowy look. It's almost like sitting in candlelight. It's gorgeous. I love it. And look how pigmented it is. It picks up so much product. It's absolutely gorgeous. Right? You can just apply more and more if you want to layer it on. And it's just gorgeous. Isn't that amazing? Yeah. Oh, no way. I think this would be amazing for you. Do you know what? If you're unsure, it's on the house. Okay, so 2 more products toward your gift that I think you would absolutely love, and I think she will really love as well. So, one of the things that young people really struggle with is understanding exactly how to apply foundation and concealer. And one of the hardest things when you buy someone foundation and concealer is that you may not know the exact shade. But of course we know that foundation and concealer are quite literally the foundation of makeup looks. Right. So they're very useful to receive, and young people love it when we buy it for them because they can be on the expensive side, especially because we want to get good quality products because they go on your skin. Yeah. Exactly. So what I recommend for that is actually going for palettes of foundation and concealer. And the reason for that is because you get all these different colors within the palette, and it allows you to really find the right match for your skin and also experiment a little bit. And what you get with something like this as a young person is that you're able to see that some of the colors are a bit darker, so you may be able to use them as a bit of a contour or highlight depending on your skin tone. We carry this in 3 different shades, but I can help you to choose which one is the best for you. Do you have maybe a photo of her? That's great, yeah. Let's pull it up on your phone. No, don't worry, I can wait. Right. Okay, so it looks like she has quite a light skin tone. Does she tan very well in the summer? A little bit. And is this her tan? Is this her recent photo? Okay, so if this is her sun-kissed, she definitely has a lighter skin tone. So I would recommend maybe our Fair to Light palette for the foundation, and then definitely our Light Complete Coverage Concealer palette. Of course, sure. Yeah, ingredients are very important to us as well. So when it goes on your skin, it's something that we think about a lot because we want something that, is good for the skin. So with our foundation palette, it's enriched with shea butter, with vitamin A, vitamin C, and vitamin E. Vitamin E is very good for antioxidants and for making sure that any of the environment is not offending our skin or making it worse. Yeah, vitamin E is very good for kind of resurrecting the skin that's been damaged, and it helps also to feel very smooth, revitalized. And what's great about this is it really does have a very natural looking coverage. It has 4 complementary shades that you can mix and match throughout the year. So right now she'll be able to use it straight away, but when the school season starts, she'll be able to mix a slightly different color, especially as she gets more and more pale. And then with our concealer palette, what's good for that is it's really, really good because it's very highly pigmented, so you can just use a little bit so it lasts you a really long time, and you can blend it because the different areas of our skin or our face might have slightly different complexions. So some people experience redness around the nose and around the mouth, and some people have, dark circles in a completely different shade around their eyes. And it's not always true that the same concealer does well for both of those scenarios. So it's really good to have a palette. And for this, it's great because she can use her fingertips at first once she's learning how to apply this, but she can also use a brush later on, or especially if she wants to get, one spot or apply it locally. Sure, I can open them for you, of course. So this is actually our newest product, and this is one that we've carried for a long time. So we've always had the concealer palette, and it's just called the Complete Coverage Concealer. And then because it was so popular, we were asked if we would do a foundation palette as well. So, yeah, I used to work at E.L.F. I don't know if you can tell, but I know a lot about their products. And then I opened this shop as a result because I also believe that you can make great products without being cruel to animals and using great ingredients, and that's the kind of products that I try to bring into the shop as well. So let's have a look at the Complete Coverage Concealer palette first. So it also comes with a mirror, like all of our products. It comes with these 4 complementary shades that work together, and you can see that this shade is a bit more. There are 2 shades that are a bit more on the pink side, and 2 shades that are more on the yellow side or the neutral side. So this shade here is probably warmer. This is the darker shade that we have, and the palette comes with this handy tiny brush. You can see it right here. It's very small. Don't worry about that. I'm just packing some stock away. Yeah, it's alright. I should probably use some concealer on it. So this is a tiny brush, and you can just apply a little bit to a spot if you have one. Or you can just blend it in with a finger and use a couple of custom shades together. So for example, if you wanted to have a little bit of the light shade, we thought, you know what, it's a little bit too light for me. You can bring in a different shade and mix them together. And then you see it begins disappearing into your skin because you get the perfect color for you. And that's what you can do. And it is, of course, I'll set it. Yeah, I thought you'd like this one. Okay, and then our foundation palette is very much the same concept, same thing, but the only difference is it's a lot less pigmentation, it's a lighter product, it's not as heavy because it is meant for application all over the face rather than just in targeted areas, and it comes in our newer matte packaging. So just opening this up, it has a very large mirror on the top, and it has your 4 different shades. It has your 4 different shades inside. No particular names for the shades, but you can see that it has the same idea of lighter and darker shades that you can mix together to achieve the perfect applications. And naturally you'll see that you'll use some of those more than others, but generally you can achieve the right color all over and throughout the year. That's exactly. So a lot of young people do struggle with that, and they get that differentiation between their face and their neck because they're not really quite sure sure how to blend it in properly, and this will really help make sure that it looks very natural, especially for school. And because it's a blendable cream product, as you can see here, it's very, very blendable, and you're able to just use a little tiny bit if you want to. Whereas what I find with young people is that sometimes when they get their first liquid foundation, they may use a lot of it, and then they don't want to waste it, so they put all of it on their skin, and they end up with a very cakey, very covered face, and nobody wants that. Yeah. So are you happy to go with both of these? Yeah, they go very, very well together, and this will last her the entire school year and probably the next school year too, because she's at that age where she doesn't need a lot of coverage, but you'll find that she'll play around with it. And the other great thing is when she has friends coming over, she'll be able to practice doing makeup on them with different colors, and they won't look ridiculous. Yeah. Well, she wants to be a makeup artist because of YouTube. That's quite common these days. Yeah, it's okay. Let her do what she enjoys. Let her do what she enjoys, right? Great. So, these are the products that we've selected for you. We have the Kabuki brush, we have the baked powder eyeshadow, which you can use as a highlighter. We have your lipstick, your eye roller, the foundation, and the concealer palettes. And then, how are we feeling about the powder? No, that's absolutely fine. There's no pressure to buy anything, and you can always come back and try more products. And I'd rather have you as a loyal customer over time than try to, convince you to buy something you don't need. So it's absolutely fine. You don't need to feel bad about that. Great. So if you just proceed over to the till with me, and I'll check you out, and then we're done. You're very welcome. Please come back anytime. Yes, we do gift packaging. Great. Okay, let's go over there.